Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing a very similar video to the last few that I've been doing, but it's picking up in a new location every day for the next week. So today's location is the Emporium. Let me show off my costume real quick. First and foremost, we have this top. It has a little bit of a puffy sleeve, some lace right here, lace up top. It actually buttons up here, but it's like very constricting on my neck, so I didn't button the top one. These buttons are so cute actually. They have little designs in the center. Then we have this bow tie kind of thing. The guys have matching bow ties, but obviously theirs are like not neckties, they're like actual bow ties. And then lace here. Just a normal back, I feel like. The skirt starts out with like a blue band around the waist, and then it goes down into more of a traditional like plaid pattern. Obviously it has pockets. Let me show you. It literally goes down to the floor. Like, I don't even know if it's supposed to go down this far, but this is how far down this one goes. Now that I'm like self-conscious about this skirt being so long, because I'm pretty sure it's definitely not supposed to be floor length, but we'll see whenever we get there. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm really excited to be doing this shift today. I don't know, I haven't worked the Emporium yet, and I feel like you have to work the Emporium. If you're gonna trade shifts, the Emporium is one of the quintessential shifts you have to trade for. So let's see if I like it. I'm there from 6:15 to 1 a.m. And then I'm back at Magic Kingdom for the Confectionary tomorrow at 1:45 p.m. So I have a nice like 12 hours in between my shifts to sleep. Today was a very productive day, if I do say so myself. I went to Cast Connections and the grocery store and got groceries from both of those, and then I came back, I vacuumed, I made tacos for lunch, which were really good. I have extras, and then I also made a devil's food cake because I was craving something sweet, so I had to make myself a little something. I got so much done that I had time to take a nap, which was really nice. And I'm trying to trade shifts on the new schedule because today is Sunday, so the schedule dropped last night at midnight. Trying to trade some shifts. It's been a little bit harder since I'm not deployed to Animal Kingdom Lodge. Alright, I will see you guys tonight after my shift. I'm meeting up with one of my friends, Becca, in like the tunnels because she's working Fantasyland tonight, and if you watched my last video, I worked Fantasyland, so I know exactly where it is. I can show her where to go up, so it's a lot more convenient than her trying to find it, because trust me, I had an interesting time finding it. Go listen to that on my last vlog. It was very interesting. Tonight's gonna be interesting finding the Emporium, but I feel like it should be like a big staircase area, and the maps are very helpful, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm gonna take the bus today also. Again, if you watched my last vlog, you know that I missed the bus on the way to Memento Mori. Hello, I'm currently halfway dressed for my shift today, but I thought I would come in and talk a little bit about my Emporium shift last night. I got home at 2 a.m. I got off at 1, so I got back about 1:30, and then I didn't get into bed until 2, so I was really A, not in the mood to talk, and B, really tired. And my roommate was asleep, so I didn't want to like, I don't know, it was just weird. Thankfully, on the Westcog bus, there were quite a few cast members that were headed to the Emporium, so I literally just followed them all the way until the lockers, and then I like kind of sat there for a few minutes, and then I walked around and tried to find the stairwell I was supposed to go up, because all the stairwells are very clearly labeled, like stairwell 19, this, the Emporium, this. So I just found the one that said the Emporium, walked up, clocked in, and they asked another CP to give me the tour, and she was like, I'm gonna make this last as long as possible. So literally went on like an hour and 45-minute tour of the Emporium. Granted, there's a lot to see. It's a really, really big location. There's a lot that goes into it. And so she was like, well, I'll just show you in case you ever get sent over here or over here, because they also do like baby care, the baby care station. And then like she was like, well, if you ever pick up like a stocking shift, like this is where you'll go, this is what you'll do. She showed me all the stock rooms. We went upstairs, which is kind of crazy because on Main Street, those are offices up at the top. It's like office space, so it was weird to like go up and see it. It's mostly deserted, at least on the Emporium side, but there are a few offices up there. I was just what they call show support, So you basically have a section. So at first I was like 1A, or zone 1 I should say, section A. I basically just made sure that my section was straight. If somebody came out with like a stocking cart, I made sure to help them put things away. I got to like talk with the girl that was at mobile checkout. She was really nice. We had the same name. Her name was Sarah, and she was from London. I think she was from London. I know for sure she was from England. They had their own break room down there. It's not the Mouseketeria. It's like a smaller version of it. There's like a little food section. I took my breaks there. Nothing crazy happened. The fireworks started early because I knew it was going to rain, and then just in the middle of the fireworks it just started pouring. So that was really fun. I felt really bad for all the people standing out there watching the fireworks in the rain. So our floor was soaking wet. Really fun for us. I didn't have to really clean up because I was kind of on break during it too. Like I came out and I was like, whoa, what is happening? Not that this really matters. It's going to be covered in a hat, so I'm just going to leave it. And then yeah, I was over in zone 6F for a little while, which is like the ear and the hat section, and then I was also like back at the kids section for a little while. Crazy how many people like take off their shoes and just walk around barefoot. You're not allowed to do that. Please don't do that. It's so gross. You're gonna get some like foot fungus or something. I mean, like, it was really chill. Everyone was so nice, I will say. The Emporium, I feel like everyone is just like one big family. It seemed like, at least as an outsider coming in, I don't know if it's actually like that. So if you work there and it's different, I'm sorry. But like everyone just like seemed to be talking to each other. They at least all had friends where they were. So like they all had like their groups of friends or whatever, which is fine because there's like 400 of them. So like not everyone can be friends with everyone. You have different people and personalities, but it seemed to be everyone had their friend group, which was really nice. That everyone kind of had a place of belonging within it. But then everyone was also very helpful to me. Like if I ever needed anything, they were like, oh my gosh, yeah, let me help you with that. I was like, where? Because the Emporium is so big that I was like, where does this go? And they'll be like, oh, I know exactly where that goes. Like, great. So they would take it and run and go put it back, and I'll be like, great, thank you. I have no clue where that goes. So it was really nice and good to see the dynamic of like the CPs, because like last night was literally all CPs. Because it was 2 a.m. or it was 1 a.m. As you can see, I am getting ready for my confectionery shift. I need to, so this has like another set of buttons like in here. I need to loosen them because whoever had this before me must have had really small arms. I do not. This hair is interesting. It's something. These are literally my last 2 brown hair ties, and they're both on my last leg. I just don't even want to know like how many people have worn this before me. I just she's a baker. Okay, I'm gonna finish getting ready and then I'll come back and update you guys. Okay, here is the fit check. I will say this is the wrong apron. I didn't realize whenever I was grabbing it because it was the only thing like on the row of like this costume, so I didn't even think much of it. But whenever I go in, they all have the ones that are like super long and like square, and then this one has like ruffles. So if I end up getting a new one, I will show you guys after. I think I'm just gonna stop into costuming at West Clock and see if they have the other one. If not, it's fine. So we already saw the bonnet, the chef's hat, whatever you want to call it. I put my hair into braids because it's a 9-hour shift. I'm not dealing with hair right now. So this top has a white collar and some cutie white buttons. It's also yellow with like a small white pinstripe. We already saw the sleeves. I will say the sleeves were cuter whenever they were buttoned tighter, but they were uncomfortable, so it is what it is. You get them loose. These are the sleeves. Like I said, they were cuter whenever they were like, oh, look, puffy, but I had to loosen them. This skirt is too big for me. Yeah, I should have gotten a size smaller, but it's so hard to guess your size because the sizes are crazy. I'm typically a 14 in skirts, but it could go to like 10, it could go to like 16, 18, like you never know. And then like I said, this is the wrong apron, but this one has like little frillies at the top. It goes around like this. This is the bottom. I really don't like this apron. It's like, it just sits weird. Like, it's supposed to sit like this, right? You would think. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so, but then here's the bottom of my skirt. You can go even further down. Bottom of my skirt. She's like right above ankle length. She's cutie. The back of the apron. Like, these aprons are so funny because they just have a bunch of like things. These you can like loosen or tighten. I don't know. So I am heading over to East right now. I have a few things that I bought on like the buy sell trade that I need to pick up, and then I think I'm going to go to Starbucks and Cast Connections because there's one thing I'm looking for and it hasn't come back in stock yet. So they're like, just come back and check every once in a while. I'm coming back every day until I find it. I need what they have. I just need it. Oh, I'm gonna put some earrings on, although I'm not sure since it's a food and beverage roll if we're allowed to have earrings in, but I'll wear them, and whenever somebody tells me to take them out, I will. I've been loving these little, oh, influencer moment. I got these at the Emporium. There's pearls with mini ears on them, or mini bow on them, excuse me. We all know, maybe you don't, but all my friends know I wear pearls like all the time, like my like cheap pearls from forever ago that have lasted me so long. I wear them like every day. They're just easy and cute. So we love a little Minnie Mouse moment. So I like to incorporate a little bit of Disney into my outfit when I can. Like I said, today's shift is 9 hours. So I'm curious to see, I've never worked over 8.5, which is 2 30-minute breaks. So I'm curious to see if I'll get like an extra 15 or if I just get the 2 30s. All right, I'm gonna take off this bonnet and this apron and head to pick up my few errands real quick, and then I'm gonna go to work, and I will see you guys after. Wish me luck. Hello. Things have changed. I just got back from my shift. I just took a shower. But before I take down my hair, I was gonna show you what I kind of did to it. So I didn't realize that our hair had to be fully up in a hat. So if you pick up at the Emporium, your hair has to be in the bonnet. So I just basically took the 2 braids that I had and like put them into one bun. That's all I did. I don't even know if you could see that. I just took out the braids, put them in a bun, shoved it in the hat. This is what you get. Let's talk about my shift. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you while I do my skincare. So my shift was 9 hours. Started at 1:45, ended at 10:45. It actually went by really fast. The girl that gave me my tour was kind of negative. She was like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun. Not, it's gonna go by so fast. Not. And I was like, okay, like I don't know how to take that, but you know, I'd heard negative things about confectionery, but I always try and be positive. So the first position I got was filler. So how the confectionery works is one person, or so you walk in and you see the case line. You go up to a person at the case line, you tell them what you want, they put it in the computer and they suspend the transaction. When you suspend the transaction, it gets sent to the like cases with the actual product in it, and the fillers fill in the order. Everything you ordered, we put in a bag. The person at the case line gives you your receipt so you can walk around, finish shopping, go right up to the register. It doesn't matter what you do. The fillers, after they fill the order, they put it in like a hold section, and then the expediter is the person kind of at the section with the holds, and whenever the person comes up to the cash register with their receipt, the person at the cash register continues the transaction, scans it, puts in the name, puts in what register they're at, it sends it to the expediter, and they see, oh, Mark is at register 7. So then they run the bag with Mark's name on it over to register 7. Boom, Mark has his bakery items. So at first I was filler, and then they sent me over to the popcorn register, and I made a good friend over there. Her name was Maggie, and we talked about doing a Disney character audition together. Then I looked it up and it's like non-existent. After the popcorn register, I was at the like actual like front registers. I'll say I liked filler the best because it was very fast paced. Kind of had to know what like the letters stood for, but once you figured out the code, it was very, very easy. Everything was labeled very well. So filler was definitely my favorite. It was very like organized, OCD, fast paced. Really liked that. But overall, it was a good shift. By the like 9th hour, that last hour, oh my gosh, I was dying. I was like, my brain is mush. I cannot think. I need to go home. I'm not used to working that long. I usually am only working like 6 hours, 8 at the max. So it was a lot, but it was really fun. It was cool and interesting to see because I know like people complain about it sometimes. Yeah, I kind of liked it. It was very fast paced. I loved seeing all the cavalcades and the parades and hearing the fireworks. It was really, really neat. And there were some really good people there. They have good CPs. I wish we had that many CPs at my location. I really do, because they just have so many people to get to know and to talk to. And oh yes, and then the apron that I had was correct. It's a new apron. There's there's 2 different aprons. The one I had is the new version. That's the only difference. And I picked up my pirate's costume because I did in fact pick up a pirate shift next Saturday. So excited. Good night. So in about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, I am going to be waking up and going to Hollywood Studios because I'm trying to camp out for the Tower of Terror tour. If you're camping out, you have to be there like crazy early. So I'm literally getting there at 2 a.m. The tour doesn't start till 5:30. All of my friends bailed, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pack like my computer, maybe do like a little bit of editing work, something of the sort, and wait it out. One of my friends went and she was like, whenever you get there, immediately video if other people are there, if you're the first person there, what number you are, because she said that people tried to lie and say that they were there before her, but she had videoed it so she could prove that she was there first. So fun times. People are very deceiving here. I would say one thing I've learned is don't trust people. Just because they're cast members and just because they're on the Disney College program does not mean that they're good people. So, lesson learned. I'm gonna video whenever I get there just in case. Good night for an hour and a half. I don't know if you can see me. I'm trying to hide you, but I'm the first one here. So good signs. Okay, bye. Hello friends, I am back. Praise the Lord, I got on to the Tower of Terror behind the scenes cast tour, whatever. I'm so tired. I got 30 minutes of sleep last night, maybe an hour maximum. But I got on the tour. It was so fun. It was amazing. I'll have to tell you guys a little bit more about it later. And then I went to Chick-fil-A to get some breakfast because I was feeling extremely faint, even though I ate right beforehand. Kind of weird. And then I went to Cast Connections. They did not have what I was looking for, but I got strawberries, bananas, and oranges. So now I'm home. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up for my shift starts at 5:15. Currently cooking up some rice-a-roni. I thought that I would be tired of it, so I imagined I was gonna make pasta today, but actually I'm really craving it for some reason, so I'm making it again. Guess I'm not tired of it. While this is cooking, I thought we could do a little chat with me about the tour this morning. Do you see the bags under my eyes? Oh my gosh. So I apologize if you can hear the dishwasher and this cooking, but the tour was really, really neat. Tower of Terror is one of my favorite rides, if you don't know. So the fact that I even just got to like go and see behind the scenes was so cool, let alone like everything that we did. It was just the coolest backstage tour I could have gone on. So we started kind of outside and they kind of showed us the architecture. The building is huge. It's the tallest building on property. It's 199 feet, whereas the castle's only 189 feet, and then the Epcot ball is like 170 or 60 or something. So Tower of Terror is quite literally like the biggest building on property. So cool. And he says that they use every inch of the space. Like there's no extra, like, you know how in Everest they have like a basketball hoop or whatever, like no, there's none of that. Like they use every single inch of the space because it was such a expensive building and there's so much technology that goes into Tower of Terror that they kind of have to use every inch of that space. And so they took us around, they showed us like all of the outside, we went inside, it was the gift shop, they showed us Twilight Zone references, and because there's a lot of references to the show. There's not really many hidden Mickeys in the sense of like, oh, 3 circles. There's hidden Mickeys in the sense of like, in the library under the trumpet, there's a sheet of music from like 1920 something, and it says like Mickey on it, and it's an actual song from that time period, and the sheet music is like the real sheet music. So it's really cool to see like, oh, that's a hidden Mickey, or all the 1928s posted, like those are all hidden Mickeys because that's the year that Steamboat Willie came out. It's really interesting to see like those kind of hidden Mickeys, and not so much like, oh, 3 circles put together, hidden Mickey. And I know they just got done doing renovations on one side of the elevator shaft, so, and that took about 6 months. The next one they're about to close down in a few weeks, he said, and they're gonna do construction renovation on that side of the elevator shaft, so get ready for that if you're coming. We walked on the ride track a little bit, so we walked like on the track of the 5th dimension. Oh, we went in the like hotel hallway scene, so we kind of got to see how that works, which is really, really neat, and it's not how I expected it to work. Like there's a little bit of a Pepper's Ghost, but there's also like so much more that goes into that scene that you wouldn't know unless you like saw what we saw. Yeah, we got to like walk up there, so like the forest perspective was kind of cool to just like walk up and down. Like the very last thing we did was they took us up to the 9th floor, which technically it's about 14 floors because each of their floors is about 20 feet tall. So the first 5 floors are about 20 feet tall in the rooms, and those are like all the showrooms with the Pepper's Ghost and like the hallway scene and all that kind of jazz. And then he took us up to the very top. There is like a door where you can, in theory, we did not, you can in theory walk behind like the Hollywood Tower of Terror like neon sign at the very top. So they opened it and they let us like lean, it's completely safe, they let us like lean out and like look and see what was around. So I was like in between the D and the T, if that makes sense. Like pedestrians wouldn't be able to see you, but still really, really cool. And I was like, I just was like on the outside of Tower of Terror. The view was pretty cool. It's basically the view that you get when you're in the elevator shaft and you go up to the highest point and you get to see out. Like that's what we were seeing. We were just standing instead of like being in the elevator. And while we were in there, it was crazy because you could hear, it was the last thing we did, so the park had already opened and they were already loading guests on. You could hear the screams of people because where we were standing for the trap door, the elevator shafts are on either side of us, and the walls there are very thin and they're actually made to move, so the building kind of moves with the wind, it moves with elevator shafts. That in turn, it makes it very like kind of eerie when you're in there. You're hearing screams, you're kind of seeing the walls move a little bit. It's crazy. He said you get used to it, which I'm sure you do. So the first time we rode it with the lights on, which weird, it was so weird. You could just see literally everything because we had just walked on this ride pass, so it was obviously before the guests were allowed on for the morning, and he would take his flashlight and he'd be like, oh, look over here, look at that, like we just talked about that, we were just walking right over here. So we did that, and then we went up to the trap door area and somebody was like, could we ride again? And he was like, let me ask. And so he asked and we got to ride again, this time with the lights off. So it was, and with other guests in the car with us. So it was crazy just to be able to go from like riding with the lights on to immediately riding with the lights off and seeing that. So weird. Oh, we also got to go to the lobby and we got to, he like showed us a few things. Some of that furniture, like some of the chairs in there are from 17th century. Almost everything in there is from 1939 when the accident happened with the lightning. Almost everything in there is from 1939 or before, and it feels like you're in a very like luxurious place. There are chairs from like a super exclusive club in LA that from the 1800s that like extremely famous people would have sat in. There's like a champagne ice bucket that was real, like somebody actually used that. The details are crazy. There's lipstick on the lady's cup, her napkin is folded, his napkin is like thrown down, her gloves are sitting there. There's a real flapper's wallet from the 1920s. The gloves, he said, are newer, so like those were made for the set, but the purse sitting there is real. So many cool things that he was like, yeah, this is real, this is like not, but it was made for a set. And then he let us walk around. They opened up the front desk, so we got to take pictures behind the front desk, which apparently he said they only open it up for cast members and like some proposals. I don't know why you would want to get a propose to behind the front desk. But so I got a picture that only cast members can get behind the front desk, which is crazy because, you know, my major's hospitality hotels. I also got a picture of me sitting on the couch in front of the fireplace, and I just like walked around. I got some pictures of our tour guide, TJ. TJ was awesome. I love TJ. And then we also had Jason, and I believe the other girl's name was Audrey. She was shadowing, so she was learning how to give tours. She's only been there for 7 months, but she was really knowledgeable and she had a lot of good things to say. I loved meeting all of these incredible people who knew just so much about the ride, who actually really loved it. TJ has been there. He's been with the company since '84. Tower of Terror opened in '94. He opened Tower of Terror and has been there ever since. And he says sometimes he'll like leave to help open other rides and like train people and whatever, but he always comes back to Tower of Terror, which is so sweet. He's been in, he said, over 300 like production things, whether that's like newspapers. He was on like the park map for a little while, but specifically for Tower of Terror, like he's an icon. He's one of 3 or 4 people still from opening day of Tower of Terror that still work there. We also met Joy. She was the very kind lady who put us on our first elevator whenever we rode with the lights on. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, can you tell? Kind of cool, like our attendant was an opening day cast member from 1994. Wild. Some of the pictures in the break room were so cool because they had some really cool behind the scenes photos. Apparently on Friday the 13th, they used to like throw a big party every time. Why don't we do that anymore? Come on guys, come on. Because the 13th, like everything's 13. If you notice, any clock that is set in the hotel is set to 8:05. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 8:05 and 1939 is whenever the like lightning strike happened, so that's why they're all set to that, but they equal 13. A lot of things have like 13 on them. Sometimes in the morning they'll put the bride queue to 13, etc. So I just learned so much about a ride that I'm obsessed with. Like Tower of Terror is quite literally my favorite ride on all of property. So the fact that I got to see it and I got to like talk with somebody who loves it even more than I do was just absolutely wild to me. I'm gonna go and get ready. Today I'm working on Main Street East. That is the Vault Store, Pandora, the Coach section. Anything like from the confectionery to the ice cream parlor, between those two is what I will be working today. I'm wearing the same costume as my Emporium shift, so I'm not really gonna show much of the costume just because you've already seen it, but I will show myself once I've gotten ready. I'm gonna eat some of my lunchy lunch here in a minute. Before I forget, I was also gonna say, I ended up getting there at 2 a.m. It was like 2:12 exactly whenever I walked up. And about, it was like 2:30, 2 other girls got there. Only one of them was actually wanting to do the tour. The other one was just there to like hang out or whatever. So, and then no one got there until like 4:20, which is crazy because my friend she had a reservation for, and the other one she didn't, and she said that both of them, one of them had 15 walk-ups and the other one had 10 or 11. So it was crazy to me. There were exactly 4 walk-ups and there were exactly 4 open spots. So I'm very glad I played it safe, but I'm also like, I could have slept in like a lot. But we played it safe. I got on the tour. Happy to be here. Okay, I have to run, but I'm all dressed. Bye. Welcome back. It is 12:56. Just got off of Main Street East. A very kind coworker drove me home. He drove me and another girl home. It was literally so fun. Like everyone there was just so nice, and I made so many friends. I actually now have a breakfast reservation for 9:40 in the morning with one of them. So I'd say I made some pretty good friends here. It was really fun. It was just like super chill. So we were in like the Pandora store with all the Coach, and then also the cinema. I was on like the Pandora register. I was greeter for a little while. I was in the cinema for a little while. Like nothing crazy, like really easy. There was a lady, she was turning 90 tonight. Her name was Rosa, and we sang her happy birthday, and then we got her a free cupcake. I say we, it wasn't me. They got her a free cupcake, and it was just so sweet. So she was there with her daughter and grandchildren, and like I was just sobbing. It was so sweet. I'll put in a picture here. We did get a picture with them, and I am allowed to post this picture, just so you know. And it was just really, really sweet to see that. There was also a sewage leak. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but if I'm allowed to put this in, was a sewage leak in the utilidors right next to where we go to the break room. And so like they closed our bathroom. So we had to like find a different bathroom. It was weird, but it smelled like sewage down there because of the pipe busting, which is really fun for us. I'm at Animal Kingdom Lodge tomorrow, which is good, but I wanted to trade the shift and things were going weird. The leader wouldn't push it through, so now I'm at Animal Kingdom Lodge tomorrow, which is fine. It's different for this vlog. You'll see me in my blue moo. Nothing crazy happened. It was very chill, regular shift. These are my cowgirl boot earrings. I love them. I got them in Nashville. Hello, it's 3:31 on Wednesday, and I'm making a taco. Or burrito, I guess I should say. I have a headache, so I took some migraine pills. I did wake up and go to the reservation with the 2 girls I met last night. It was really good. It's at the Buffet Beach Club. Of course, it was amazing. I had 3 pieces of French toast and some eggs and some pog juice, which we all know deserves an award. That stuff is so good. I came home and I literally laid down and took a nap. Now I'm eating before my shift because my shift tonight is only 6 hours. You can't see me. I was just saying all that and you can't even see me. My shift tonight is only 6 hours. So I'll need to eat beforehand because I'll only get a 15-minute break. I'm gonna go buy Starbucks on my way to work because I need caffeine. And then I'm gonna let myself sleep in tomorrow because I always did not get sleep in today. I am a tired girly. That's really all I have to say. I'm at Animal Kingdom Lodge today, if you can't tell. I'm still trying to get all my shifts next week traded for new locations. I don't know, I'm kind of struggling more than I have the past 2 weeks. Tomorrow I am going to Epcot to the Food and Wine Festival. It opens tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. I think I'm gonna film a video. I'm going alone because the reservations got taken up really quickly for it, and I didn't even realize it was food and wine until somebody told me. I was like, you know what, I have a reservation for that day because I have tomorrow off. So I was like, that works out really well for me. Ash, Little Big Town, I stopped at Starbucks. I got a peach green tea made with Splenda because they were out of strawberry acai, which is really sad. It's probably because of the challenge they just had on the app. But I'm currently driving to West. I bought like these really cute Dumbo ears off of a girl. I'm really excited to get those. And so I'm picking those up before work. I might have to ER tonight, which is early release. I've never put one in before. I've been here for 4 months and I've never gotten an ER. Oh, that's a lie. I got an ER on Easter, but it was offered to me. He was like, you want to go home? And I said, yeah. So I've never like put in for an ER, but I'm also one of the closers tonight, and at resorts we only have 2 closers, so I don't know if they'll let me go home. But I'm just not feeling well today. I think I'm overworking myself, and I've also been at so many locations that like who knows what I'd come in contact with kind of thing. So I'm gonna see if they'll let me ER. It's only a 6-hour shift, but since it's at a resort, it always feels like longer. All right, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna get my ears. I'll show you them after I grab them. Okay, these are the ears that I got. She said they're from a small shop on Etsy. She couldn't remember what the shop was called, but they are so cute. And look, like with my Dumbo bag, they're not like the same, but they're, oh, I love Dumbo if you can't tell. It's so cute. This one like has all the rides on it, but this one has like actual Dumbo. I'm so excited to wear these. I'll be wearing these on Monday when I go to Magic Kingdom, I believe it is. So just look how cute. I'm obsessed. And they're very light, and I feel like these are gonna be really comfy. I think that my headache medicine set in, and maybe a little bit of this caffeine, and I'm feeling a little bit better. We'll see how I feel whenever we get in there. I'm so oily right now. I really, ugh, gross. Okay, I look good today. Okay, I'm gonna go in. We're gonna have a good day. Hello. It is 9:02. It is raining outside, and I thankfully obviously did get an ER. I only did for 9 o'clock because she literally would have approved any time, but you know, I wanted a few hours and I didn't want to leave too early. But there were 4 of us, not including the coordinator in the store, and there really needs to be like 2 or 3 max. So she was so nice, even though I was like, there's one 10:45 person, 2 10:30 people, and then 1 10 o'clock person. I was 10:45, which means I was gonna drop money with her, but thankfully she let me go. Typically they're done dropping money by 10:30 anyway, so one of those people could like go and drop money with her. It's thundering outside if you can't tell. I'm gonna go home and do some work, shower, lay in bed, and just kind of rest a little bit, maybe take some Dayquil. Just not really feeling my best, but the coordinator tonight was just so nice. I really like this coordinator, so grateful that I had the good one. So my car, when it rains recently, has been like fogging up from the inside, so I have to like defrost kind of my car so that water on the inside will go away. I have to make an appointment with my car place at home because also my floorboards have been flooding whenever it rains, which is literally all the time. So I'm like gonna like need to shampoo my car or something. Tomorrow is my day off. Thank the Lord. You know what screams I came home early from work to take a rest? Cake and ice cream, obviously. I made a cake the other day, so we have to eat it. So let's go get some cake. Also, while at work today, I made my I'm Celebrating Rebel Spy button. They were out of these buttons in Hollywood Studios, so I had to make one at the resort today. And I'm just gonna wear it next time I go to Hollywood Studios so that people can see that I was the Rebel Spy. I've never been the Rebel Spy before, guys. I was so happy. This is leftover from Easter. Here she is in all her glory. Chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream. Let's devour this. Good morning. I'm looking a little bit rough. But I washed my hair last night, so it's like just dried a little funny. I am letting myself relax this morning, as we all know. Last night I started looking at planners. Well, I've been looking at planners for weeks now, and I just cannot find one that meets my specifications because I'm very specific when it comes to my planner. I like a vertical day planner, but look at how cute this design is. So this is what the cover looks like, and then it comes like this. And this is what I mean by like having each day like in a vertical, so I can kind of like lay out by the hour. And there's like little Mickeys everywhere. It's so cute. So I'm gonna order this, and then I'm going to get up, get ready. We're gonna go to Food and Wine. I'm so excited. Everybody's posting that they're there, and I'm like, I have to go. I'm also buying Big Time Rush tickets off of a girl from the Facebook group. So next weekend, Kiki and I are going to Big Time Rush. Let's get going with today. It's gonna be a great day. Okay, I'm leaving you guys because I'm filming a Instagram Decides My Day Food and Wine Festival edition. So if you want to see that, make sure you go ahead and check out that video. But if it's already up, make sure you go check it out. And I will see you guys at the end of today after I get back from Food and Wine Festival. Hello. It is 1:11 in the morning. My ADHD has just been kicking in a lot recently, I feel like, because like at school I typically have a very set schedule, but here I really don't. So for the past at least hour, I have been drafting Instagram posts. I find that I really like enjoy posting on Instagram. It's just like sitting down, editing, posting on Instagram, thinking of a caption. It's a lot of work. A lot of time I don't want to spend just sitting on my phone. I'd rather like be doing other things. So I spent some time doing that. I don't know, I'm just not tired. I do know why I'm not tired. It's because I took like a 2-hour nap today. I was just so tired. I was exhausted earlier, so I had to. I did end up vlogging all day today and doing an Instagram Controls My Life. So that was really fun. And I think that you guys will really enjoy that video. Everyone on Instagram, like I had quite a few people voting, and I was really shocked. But very happy with most of the turnouts. Like the only thing that I had that was disappointing today was like the fry basket. I am working a 6-hour Toy Story shift, I guess later today, and it's all outside, so I definitely needed to rest up. I drank a ton of water, but my roommate is gone tonight. She's spending the night somewhere else, so I kind of have the place to myself, which is very nice. Hello, good morning, or good afternoon I should say. It is 12:12. I I'm in my little Toy Story fit. I am heading out. I need to go to Target because I just realized that I do not have sunglasses that are in Disney look. My sunglasses, as you know, have like the blue mirrored lens. We're not allowed to have mirrored lens, so the frames have to be all a singular color, and then you have to be able to see your eyes. Mirrored lenses are not allowed, so I have to go to Target and see if they have any like just cheap sunglasses that I can wear today, because it's going to be very sunny because I get there at 2. So but first, let's do a little fit check. I did put my hair up in these braids because, again, it's gonna be so hot. And this is the top. I'm gonna roll up the sleeves. I'm gonna roll up the sleeves to this top, and then obviously I don't button the top button because it just like chokes me. We got some cute color blocking going on. We love to see it. But the navy shorts just like do not match the navy in the top. And then they had me put on a black belt. Like, what is this coordination? I could not tell you. These shorts are not flattering at all. Disney costumes, not flattering. Do not expect to look good in these, I'm just saying. They're ready to go. They have this like sun protection hat, but it doesn't fit on my head. It's too small. This is like meant for a child. Like, whose head fits in this tiny little hat? I don't know. I also have a really large head, so that might be why. But this is a waste. Too bad, so sad. Okay, I stopped at CVS because it was closer than Target, so you know, I was like, well, I'll just try. And they actually had a pretty decent selection, so I chose these like tortoise gold. I don't know if these are technically legal, but they're gonna have to deal with it. It's better than like wearing my blue mirrored ones, I think. And I've seen people wear like this style before, so I think it's fine. But yeah, so now I'm in line at Chick-fil-A. Ooh, are we surprised? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, I hope this air isn't too much. It's just so freaking hot. Also, I had a bunch of extra time. Like, I did not need to leave this early, but I don't know. I always get nervous that I'm gonna leave too late. Boom. I'm sitting in the Hollywood Studios parking lot, drinking or eating my Chick-fil-A, and I'm like low-key feeling sick. Not like sick, like sick to my stomach. I hope the rest of the day goes well. Sometimes this happens because I haven't been great about taking my meds or drinking my green juice, so I did both of those things today. So now that I'm back on it, sometimes this happens. I'm hoping that it kind of blows over. I'm about to walk in. I have to like walk on stage. So like you walk backstage, and then you walk on stage to Toy Story Land, and then you go back. I don't know. Hopefully there's somebody else in my costume that shows up in a few minutes. I'm parked very far back in the parking lot, so it's gonna be a hike to get in. Let's go. Me and my new sunglasses. These were $22 after tax. That is a lot. That's a lot of money for cheap sunglasses. Here we go. Hello. Welcome back. I am obviously done at Toy Story. I only had a 6-hour shift today, so it was pretty chill, but I came home and immediately showered because I was so sweaty. And now I am showered. I washed my hair. I ate some dinner. Oh, I finished my laundry too. I am just chilling watching some YouTube videos. It is 9:38 and I am in bed. I'm so proud of myself. I had a really good day in Toy Story. It was very relaxing, like super chill, kind of boring. Not boring, but like just very, very chill. I was at one of the carts. So I was at the camper, which is the cart near the entrance of Slinky Dog. Literally, I was there my entire shift and I was alone for the first like at least a little bit more than half of it. And eventually somebody that was just supposed to be like walking around was like, "Are you here alone?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, well, I'll just like stand here with you." So the last like 2.5 hours I had somebody with me, but the first part I was all alone. It was really sad. So not sad, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to have a buddy, but I didn't have a buddy for most of it. It's really random, but I had a lot of Spanish speaking guests today who like expected me to speak Spanish. I was like, do I look like I speak Spanish? I'm a tiny white girl, please don't ask me to speak Spanish. It was still really good, and I had some good guest interactions. It was hot, but then it cooled off around like 6 o'clock. So really like from 2 to 6 it was kind of hot, but not too bad. I had a fan on me, so can't really complain. It was right next to Aliens Swirling Saucers, so I heard the aliens speaking all day. And I had a lot of little kids that were super excited to be in Woody's backyard, or Andy's backyard. So the costume was comfy. The shorts could have been a little bit airier and better quality, like for like air drying, whatever. But it's fine. I would rate this an 8.5 out of 10. Nothing really great, nothing really bad. Very chill, nothing went wrong. The coordinators and managers tonight were also really, really nice. See you guys tomorrow. We are literally getting to Animal Kingdom so early to see the return of Festival of the Lion King. I want to be at the first show. The first show starts at 10 a.m. Let's hope I can get in. Bye!